Hey, what up guys? I'm going to be explaining how to fix a low radiator hose. So first off, this is what it's going to look like. It's a whole assembly. Sadly, you can't just buy one hose. I don't know why. I had a problem. So if you look at this T, this guy was my problem and he was leaking. So I had to get a whole new one. Well, luckily that guy's on for that, but it's not on for this guy. So I got to put a new one on for that. And then I gotta put a tension strap on this guy as well. That's what they're called. All you do is you grab these two sides, you pinch them in with like pliers or something like that, and it's gonna release it, and then you can move it back. That's pretty much what you're gonna do. I'll show you in a second because I have to throw them on these guys. How it's gonna be going is just like this. So your main guy is gonna be there. You have your lower radiator right there. Then you have these, the T is going to be on the bottom. And then you're going to have this hose, which goes to your tank. And it's just going to go on the side where that nipple is. Hold on. Right there. That little nipple. You have your T, which is down below. You can see where some of it goes, that little nipple there. And then your lower radiator is down below over here. You can see the wire that's going to connect to. And a little radiator, you can kind of see it right there, a little poking out, and the rest of it's just going to be down below. Now, right, let me see if I can get a video of it. There, it's going to connect to this guy. So your T is going to go about, let me zoom out, about right here. One's going to shoot up, the other one's going to connect to this guy, which my plastic's broken, but it's going to connect to this valve, and then the other one's going to connect to this guy, which I have to take this off to put the new one on, but that's where he's going to connect to. So you're not going to have this, depending on what you get. Now, to use these guys, let me grab pliers, not pliers, flathead. You're just going to grab where you see a little gap. That's where most of them have. Hold on. All right. So you're going to get into this little gap right here, and you're just going to push down, and it'll slowly push down all the way. It'll look like that, and then all you have to do is pull it off from there. It's just like a lock to keep it in place. You just push it down, good to go. So that'll help. And then the other guy, this one was a tensioner, so you're just going to have to tension, pull it off, and that'll help for that. There's two more, I believe, of these guys. One of them's going to be your main on your radiator, the lower part on this side. I might be able to get a better video in a second, but he's going to go up there, and then you have one other you have to push out like this and then pull out. Just to give a little bit more explaining of how this lock works. So when you push it out, you can kind of see how it locks right there, and you always need a flat piece. You can grab that little part right here and then just push out on it. So let me do that because I have to get this one ready. Push it out. And then once it's pushed out, it doesn't have any of that metal, so it's not going to be blocking it anymore. Now, be really careful when you're taking off this guy, your middle, your bottom especially, and then your T, because if you have coolant in it, just like what happened to me like 5 minutes ago, you can see it on the floor, I got gushed with coolant. I had this T off for about a day, and I thought maybe, all right, all of it leaked out, this was leaking, so I was like, all right, maybe it's all out now. Nope. When you take this guy off, he's just gonna fucking gush out fucking Niagara Falls, like fucking your girlfriend sucking you off and then coming everywhere, dude. It's fucking crazy. So just be careful with that one. And you should be good from there. All right, so I'm underneath the car and I just put on the pipes for the underneath part. I'm gonna show you what I did. And this is what's gonna look like if you're removing it or putting it in. So there's this guy. This is your bottom part of the radiator. You just, all right, so there's the kind of, what do you call it? Guillotine kind of lock that I was showing earlier. You're gonna push it up, put it on, fit it correctly. It's going to show a little thing right here. You're going to follow it just like that. Push it on, put the guillotine down. Now it's locked into place. and then there's a little cord that you have to plug in on the top. Now this cord, when you remove it, it's just a push out. So you're gonna push the back of it, and you push that and just pull it up, and boom, it takes it off. When you put it in, you're gonna slide it on, push it in, and you're gonna hear a little click. It's not a loud click, you just click. This side, where the T is, I just installed it. I haven't put the tensioner clamp on it. I might have to remove this real quick, but you just slide this guy on, and then you tension these two sides. It's gonna loosen it, and you just push it on. Boom, done. This side, I removed this guy. This is the new one. So all you do is you slide it on, same thing. You push it out so it can slide on, and then once it's on fully, you push in the guillotine, and boom, it's done. So that's the bottom part, all done. All right, and then I need to fix this. Well, that's that part, and then it's gonna shoot up. This is where the strap is right now. I haven't put the new one on, but it's gonna go up, and then you got two more that are gonna connect up there. So let's go do that. Now we got this guy up above. You can see him right here. All you're gonna do is make sure he can fit correctly. I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna... Fuck, he has to go behind that. Okay, make sure you put this hose behind this guy, or else it's not gonna fit correctly. So I need to move this guy that goes to your tank. That's what I'm talking about. I'm gonna have to move him around, have him behind this hose. It goes somewhere, I don't know where it goes. Behind this hose, and then just go underneath. It's gonna connect to a strap right here next to your belt that's strapped. I don't think it's that safe, but that's how they designed it. And then it's gonna shoot all the way into that guy. So let's do that. All right, finally got this. I'm gonna be honest, make sure you get this hose in before you start dropping everything down. The best way I found for removing this is just taking this guy out and this guy up top and pushing it down. Because then you can kind of fit it through this gap and like just push all of it down, since most of it's on the bottom anyways, and then just make it 10 times easier on you. I installed it from the top, and it's not that easy. So this guy will twist around a lot. You have to bend him behind this pipe, go around, I believe that's my alternator, and then there's a clip here, clip it on there. You're gonna keep bringing him around, and then he's gonna connect to that guy. Now this guy, make sure when you put it on, you take off your little lock right here, and then you're gonna line it up. There's, if you can kind of see it, there's a little nipple, and then there's an opening, and you want to line it up between those two, and then just push it in. That's all you gotta do. All right.